Good morning, everyone. I am Dr. Elia, Associate Professor in the Department of MBA. So, we have been discussing a couple of classes under the MOB, Management Theory and Organizational Behavior. Today, we are going to discuss about collective bargaining. What is the importance of collective bargaining in the organizations? And what is the benefit towards the employees and the management as well? What is the process of collective bargaining that we will be covered in this class? Let us discuss about today's topic. Mainly, what is the aim of this session? What is the aim? The students, you are sitting here and you are observing and you try to get something from this getting subject from me, what I am delivering in the class. What is the aim of the topic? Here, when you observe that, so it is educate the participants, educate the students, and how to negotiate on what you want to solve the problems. There are many problems are there of employees, how you can solve. So after completion of your graduation, post graduation, you will be joining in the companies. You are ready to join the company. How to handle the problems. So through the collective bargaining, you can handle and we can solve your problems, your demands through the collective bargaining. So it aims to know that the process and negotiate measures between the management and the employees. Are you getting, my students, what I am conveying in the class? So everyone, you should pay your 100% attention towards the class so that you can acquire the knowledge what I am delivering in the classroom. So this is the main aim. And see, learning outcomes. So learning outcomes, collective bargaining class should be well prepared to engage and commit, as I know, and contribute effective and constructive bargaining process at workplace. You know very well, after completion of your MBAs, you will be a part of the organization as an employee. So how to solve and how to mingle with others and being a representative of your team or in your employees zone, how to solve your problems. Through the collective bargaining, only the collective bargaining is the only instrumental and backbone for solve the problems between the management and employees. So let us understand everyone. So collective bargaining, there are different people will be working together for the vision and aim, objectives of the organization. Yes or no? Collectively. So everyone all should be a part, should be important role in the organizations. So without any satisfaction, without satisfaction they cannot work properly. So satisfaction of the employees are very important. They have to work. They have to indulge as a good employee for the organizational objectives and vision. So, dear students, understand collective bargaining is the process. Collective bargaining is the process. And what? Understand, workers join together to negotiate with their employer. Employer and employees working together for the vision, mission and objectives of the organization. So here, this is the platform where you can workers join together with their employer. If their employer for what they will discuss for improvement of better of wages, benefits and working conditions. So dear students, understand here. So wages and benefits, working conditions. Do you know that? Are you agree? These are very important for an organization or an employees or not? So being a student, you are coming to college. What do you need? You need good working conditions and good teaching from the faculty. Yes or no? You need to get better education from our college. That is your expectation as a student in the college. As the same way, being an employee, we should always fight for, you should all work for the wages and benefits. There are many benefits will be on, and also working conditions and timings and also important. Timings are important. So these are the very important. So for the reaching their better wages, better benefits and working conditions, they'll always they'll join together. Workers join together. Are you understanding, students? They join together means the union. In every organization, in every company, employee unions are there. When you see in the nearby our town, auto rickshaw union is there, APSRTC unions are there, private travels unions are there. So what how they are making together as a unions? Because through the unions only they can solve, they can get the benefits, they can solve their problems. So that people or workers or employees will be having groups. So through that they can easily solve their problems. So dear students, here you should always understand. So these are the very important. These are the very important to solve the problems of employees. So this is the place. You observe that identifying the issues and what are their problems and negotiating tentative agreements. Negotiate means they will bargain. So there is an agreement between the two people to solve their problems in a written agreement. This is a negotiation. And accepting, ratifying administrative agreement. After the agreement they will be having. They will solve the problems. So dear students, this is the very important of our subject. So here, what is the main meaning of collective bargain? So observe here, the process of negotiation between employer and the representative of unit employees. So what we discussed earlier, as the same way we are discussing here. Dear students, understand there is a process, negotiations. Negotiation means there is a agreement, negotiate. You know that negotiation, they'll come both parties, representative of the unions or workers and the representative of the employer. Employer side and employee side, representative will sit together and discuss the important points and any issues of the employees. So what we discuss here, wages, these are the wages, that wage and working hours, training, health and safety and overtime, so grievance mechanism, participating workplace in affairs, that, so company affairs, any working place. So these are the very important. These are the collective agreements usually in every company. Basically, if you see any company or any working place, these are the very common. What is that? Wage scales that we can, salaries and wages of the employees, and also working hours, timings, health and safety is very important for every employees. For every employee will always seek good healthy environment. That dispensary is very important. Sometimes employees will get any accidents or any ill health situations will occur. At that time, what they will do? The dispensary is very essential. Dispensary is very essential to make a dispensary, to appoint a dispensary, and dispensary is very important in the side of the organization. They have to do for that, and grievance mechanism. There are many problems. There is a mechanism. There should be a mechanism through that they can solve their problems. Grievances are very common wherever you see, but there is a redressal process to solve any grievances. So, dear students, you understand. So these are the very important factors where they can where they can discuss of the in between the employees. So these are the points which we covered in this class. And see, so definitions, Encyclopedia Britannica and David and Robbins, they are very serious and they are the trailblazers. They are trailblazers and management gurus. They given definitions of collective bargaining. So see here, collective bargaining negotiation. What with negotiation? Negotiation between the employer and employees. Mutually, they will sit together and discuss on this every point and every issue they can solve. Through the collective bargaining, they can solve their problems. They can solve their issues. So next one is David Robbins. So collective bargaining typically refers the negotiation, administration, and interpretation. Interpretation, a written agreement between two parties. Written agreement, yes or no? So in this condition, this aspect you can understand easily. There is a written agreement after seeing the place where you want to purchase, after seeing if you want to buy any flat in the apartment. What do? First, you go and see that how much is good for you, how much are you affordable or not. That will be evaluated by you. That will be evaluated by you. After that, you can go and buy it. Yes or no? So, but seeing and discussing is not enough. But there is agreement. Both parties legally and legally, they will sit together and they will write all conditions in the agreement. That is valid. So as per the David and Robbins, they are saying, so these are the very important. By saying that this is very common, dear students, but it has a very important factor. It is a very important in the collective bargaining. So administration, see, and interpretation of agreement. So what is that interpretation of agreement means? Here interpretation means what they want to do, what they want to solve. There are many issues are there. So how they solve and how much time should be needed for solve the problem, and what are the issues I have discussed, and what are the problems they discuss in the meeting. Everything will be in the written format so that it is a valid. So everyone understand as per the David and Robbins, they are the very important seniors and trailblazers, managed gurus. So they developed these kind of collective bargaining definition. So dear students, as per our discussion, I think you thought you got essential knowledge on these topics. So dear students, see here, features of collective bargaining. Dear students, these are very important, the features of collective bargaining. Are you understanding, students who are sitting in the last benches? Yeah, you pay your attention. Otherwise, you cannot. Without that, you cannot understand what I am conveying, what I am teaching here. Students, what are the features? Features are very important. It showcases the meaning of the collective bargaining. Here, understand, the first one is faith. These are the features here. So faith is very important. Faith. Dear students, every time should be faith between the employees and employer. There is no faith on employees, should not faith on employer. Collective bargaining will not be good. As the same way, employees also faith on the employees. Faith is very important. There is no faith. There is no collective decisions. There is no faith. There is no purpose of meeting together. So faith is important in between the management and the employees. Employer and employee should always maintain faith between them. Second one is emotional. So they have to emotionalize. You know that employees emotionally understand the employer. For only solving the problem, getting the money is not important. So more than that, understand, emotionalized. So and at the same time, employer should emotionalize towards the employees. Yes, they are working for our company development. Even though they are getting salaries or wages from us, so we have to nurture them. That is the emotionalized. So both parties have to emotionalized. Then only collective bargaining will be good. It leads to be a good manner. And also avoid egoism. This egoism, that it is spoiling our human behavior and breaking the relations between human or any human being. Yes or no? Egoism. Always, I am truth. Yes, I am supreme. I can only give the guidelines. Everyone have to follow. So I'm a male. I am a woman. So without me, family cannot run. Without me, family cannot run. By the wife, by husband, in the families. At the same time, egoisms. It is not a good for collective bargaining. These are very important. So because you should avoid the egoism. Employees don't think we are the important. Without employees, they cannot run their organization. Because in place of you, someone will come. You are only the source of doing the activities of the organization. Yes or no? That you have to believe. You should avoid your egoism. At the same time, an employer, I am giving salaries, I am paying wages, so that they have to obey and they have to listen. This kind of egoism is not good. So both parties should avoid the egoism. See, students understand. Is the Ra important or not? These three are very important. Faith between the employees and employer. Everyone should believe others. Employer should believe employees. Employee should believe the employer. And also emotionalize. Everyone should feel emotionalized. Everyone are human being. Even the employer is a human being. He is also depending on the employees. And employees are depending on the employer. So emotionalize is very important. Responsible, nurturing, understanding, everything will come under emotionalize. And see, avoid egoism. Egoism is not good. So both are important. One is very important, another one is not important. So both parties should not. Everyone should live. Should not rely on egoism, so that collective bargaining will be good. So in order to solve every problem inside towards the employer side and employee side. So dear students, so these are the very important features of collective bargaining. Next we will see here. So characteristics are very important. These are the phases of the collective bargaining. One is so it is a collective process. Understanding, students? Collective process, and also representative. Both workers and management participate in collective bargaining. So both parties will come. Both parties will jointly sit together. That is the first point. Collective process. First point is collective process. See here, collective process is important, and also collective process, and flexible and dynamic. Here, so it is a parties adopt a flexible attitude, flexible and dynamic. It is not a static. It is not a static. So dynamics, employee dynamics and employee dynamics are both important. So flexible. Sometimes, whatever decisions are taken by the employer, that should be acceptable by the employees. Depends on the situation. And also employer should understand the feelings and issues of the employees. That is also very important. In the COVID time, what happened? Employees had work from home only. So that the employer understood about the employees' problems. So that kind of understanding, that kind of flexibility is important between the employer and employee. So the dynamics are important. So complementary process. So understand, students, here it is not a competitive process, rather than it is essential complementary process. It is a competitive. It is not a competitive process. Yes, you are supreme, I am not supreme. You are good, I am bad. So he is not good, I am very good. So this kind of competitiveness is not there. Yes or no? So because the employers are always top in the hierarchy, employees are also always there under the management. This kind of competition, this kind of competitiveness should not be there in between the employees and employer. But there is a essentially complementary process, understanding and providing good and enthusiastic environment to the employees. That is very essential. So every student you have to understand these are the characteristics of group collective bargaining. So students, here you understand the major importance and objectives of collective bargaining. Objectives. What are the main objectives of collective bargaining? On what are the main objectives when they are negotiating both parties, and what way they solve the problems in the collective bargaining process. So, but here let us understand the main objectives of the collective bargaining. So, main important to maintain cordial relations. So, cordial relations are very important, my dear students. Wherever you are, if you are in the college, you should maintain cordial relation between the faculty and teachers and the students, and students and management, faculty and students. Cordial relationship is very important. There is no cordial relationship. What will happen? Nothing will happen. Understand, students? Here, cordial relations are very important. Cordial relations, and also between management and workers. See, cordial relations, a good relation, a harmonious relation, better understanding of the students, better understanding faculty. As the same way in the companies, the management have to understand the employees in a proper manner. Employees also understand the management and management issues at the present situation. That is a cordial relationship. And also see, settle disputes relating to work and that settle disputes relating to working conditions or wages. Not only working condition wages, but also many way it leads to many things. Many issues come into collective bargaining. So the disputes will be common. It's a common phenomenal factor in the any organizations. There are misunderstanding or any disagreement, disopinions. So they have to solve their disopinions. They have to solve their problems. On what way? Through the collective bargaining only they can solve the problems. This is only the way to solve your problems. Understanding, settle disputes, and also protect interest of focus through the collective action. So here protect interest. Employees are having different type of interest are there, different type of demands they have, because changing the environment situations, environment conditions, that is economically, socially, whatever it is. So their interests are different, but the management and employer should understand their problems, protect their interest, and also ensure participation. Trade unions, here only trade unions have to follow and participate the trade unions collective bargaining. Dear students, understand here the trade unions are the representatives of the employees. Trade unions are the representative employees. So the representative employees will come with the issues of the employees, whatever they have, whatever they are having issues and problems, they'll come and discuss every point in the collective bargaining process. So this is the main important cordial relations to solve any disputes are there, and also protect the interest and participation. These are the main objectives of collective bargaining. Understanding, students, what I am conveying? So here, these are the main objectives of collective bargaining. So, are you understanding what I am conveying? What is the main collective bargaining? Collective bargaining is a process where the management and employees sit together and solve the problems. And solve the problems is a collective bargaining. So negotiate, solving means negotiate their issues in between the employer and employee is called collective bargaining. So next we will see here. So collective bargaining process. Dear students, now we are going to discuss about collective bargaining process. This is very important. Process is very important. So through that they can end for their issues. They can end for their issues. So let us see. The first one is here. The first one is negotiation process and contract administration process. So dear students, you have to understand when you read any kind of matter, any kind of sentence, that you are able to understand. That is your capacity. Are you understanding by reading any kind of sentence? Any type of sentence? If you are okay to understand, you are good. If you are not okay to understand, so you have to think and twice and thrice, and you develop yourself and improve yourself how to understand the sentences. And here, negotiation process, negotiation phase. So in this negotiation, what they will do? So they will discuss elaborately on every issues. You know that negotiation, bargaining. You know, when you go to fish market or vegetable, what you will do? You cannot buy whatever they say the amount. Yes or no? You will bargain. If they could ask you 1 kg tomato 20 rupees, what you will do? You will ask 10 rupees and 8 rupees. Again, they won't give. Again, they will come to 10, 20 to 18 rupees. You can 10 to, you can go for 11 rupees. They will come to 1 rupee down, you will go for 1 rupee up. In between 15 rupees, it will be closed. So what is the process of this? This is called negotiation, bargaining, asking, discussion. Understanding? That is called negotiation. So here first one is negotiation process. Then second one, contract administration first. There is a contract. So recruiting as an employee in the company, what they will do? They will take a contract between. They will have a contract between the employee and employer. As the same way, in every organization, there is a process, negotiation process. So this is the main important of two phases. One is negotiation, and the other one is contract administration. So Yoder identified. Yoder is a guru of collective bargaining. Yoder, Abraham Yoder. So he developed many kind of solutions to the collective bargain. The collective bargain is the only source to solve the disputes or any disopinion between the employer and employer. He demonstrated the solutions of problems of the employees and employer. So let us discuss about negotiation phase. Here negotiation phase. So in this negotiation process, advancing proposals, understand students, discussing and criticizing, explaining, exploring their managing and effects, seeking to secure their acceptance. So here understand discussing and criticizing, explaining everything. It is a part of negotiation. It is a part of negotiation. You can ask, you can speak, you can argue sometimes. You can give a solution sometimes. So there are many things will come under into the negotiation. So these phases will be involved 4 stages. One is prepare, discuss, propose, and negotiation. So 4 phases are involving in the 4 phases are involved in the negotiation process. So dear students, understand, first one is prepare. What they prepare? Here understand. Let us go see what is the prepare. So in the it is a composition negotiation team. Composition of negotiation. Composition means different people. You know that the 100 employees are working in the company. So in the 100 employees, they'll come. The composition of negotiation team. 10 people will come out of 100, and they are the representatives. Yes or no? So negotiation consists of represent both parties with the adequate knowledge. Those who have a good knowledge. You know that all cannot speak. So if you are ability to speak, so ability to elevate the problems, ability to expose the problems to the employer, and employer side who are easily understand and who are easily solve the problems, the eminent people will come under. So both representatives are should be knowledgeable, should be understandable capabilities. Those who are having that people can come and sit together, and both parties, employers, representatives, yes, and union representatives. So this is the phase, is the preparation. Prepare. From my side, the 10 people are coming. From what? Who are coming from your side? So both parties, both representatives will come. That is a preparation. At the same time, employer has to answer for every problems of the employee. So those who know their knowledge or sections or any legal formalities. At the same time, from employees also, those who are very capable, knowledgeable to ask, to solve, to elevate, to expose their problems. So in this, all the things will be possible in the phase of preparation. So next one is here discussion. Discussion means, dear students, see here, the party decide the ground rules that will guide the negotiation. What are the rules are saying? Basically, that are the rules or rights of the employer and employees. So first they have to know and they'll discuss. And so in an environment of mutual trust and understanding is important. Mutual trust, mutual understanding. Employees, representatives are also understand the employer's problems, and employers also understand the every point of employees also. That will be possible by their understanding only, by their understanding. So and agreement would be reached, so that here these things will be possible, easily possible, and they can solve the problems in a better manner. So in here discussion, after discussion what they will do? So propose, here propose, what are the proposes? So initial opening statements and possible options, understand which is important, possible options. Everything will not be possible from their side and employer side, employee side. So here understand, so possible options. What are the possible options? So whatever we have many desires and wants are there. You have many employee side, many demands are there. So all will be possible? No, sometimes will not be possible. Will possible. What are the practical options to the employees and also employer? Both are very important. So possible ways, and ways could describe as brainstorming. So brainstorming is very important. So both parties will discuss thoroughly, and they will involve wholeheartedly. Whatever we discuss about features of collective bargaining, trusting, yes or no, emotionalized, and also avoid egoism. So when keep maintain these kind of features of collective bargaining, automatically brainstorming will be helpful to solve the problems of the employees. Understanding? So brainstorming, so where their group of people will deep discussion on every point or in every issues is called brainstorming. That is very important. What are the pros and cons? What are the possibilities? Primary possibilities and practical possibilities. Practically, how they can do, how they can't do. Everything should be very important. So through the brainstorming, they can analyze every point clear and clear towards the favoritism and to the employees. Employees or employee representatives also favor to the employer. Understanding how the collective bargaining is essential for solve the problems to the collective bargaining. It is very important. So dear students, Here in the process, they will keenly observe and discuss every point, each and every point in detail. Understanding? So here this is the purpose, and also here you understand negotiation. Dear students, negotiation are easy if a problem solving attitude is adopted. So every problems there is a negotiation. Through the negotiation we can solve the problem. Understanding? Here major important students, easy problem solving attitude. Problem solving attitude is important, students. There is no attitude of problem solving. Whatever the discussions, hours together, days together, it not be solved. Because problem solving attitude is important when they adopt it. If I want to do a favor to you, obviously I will do something for you. I can do something. Sometimes if I don't have the attitude to solve the problem, what will happen? Automatically it will be enlarging, it will be going on, days will be going on, hours will be going on. There is no solution. So, in the negotiation, the first important point is attitude. What type of attitude is important? Problem solving. So, see here, problem solving is essential. Yes, manager and employer should have an attitude to solve the problems of employees. And also employees also having same attitude. Don't become a burden. Don't be a burden to the employer in order to solve the problems with minimizing their desires, with the minimum solutions of the problem. And second one, so compare time when the drafting agreement take a place. So when it will be possible, how much time it will be needed, and also drafting here time and drafting of agreements. So there is no agreement, only meetings are will be there for solving and discussing points, but there is no drafting. No one is viable or no one is answer for the every point discussion in the collective bargaining or negotiation between the employer and employee. So time and agreement is very important. There is an agreement, it shall be possible to the management and employer and employees also will be worked properly. So these are the very important. The negotiation, it's a that the purpose and negotiation both are very important. So here after discussing that there is a agreement is needed. So they will write on the paper on what section and how much they agreed, both the employer and employee. So every point is essential to close their issues. Understanding? So dear students, this is the process. After joining in the company, you also take a role to solve the problems. Yes or no? So this is a contract administration. So in this parties through with the bargaining process, consensual agreements upon when there is a both the parties agree common decision regarding the problem or issues. Yes or no? So 2 points are there, basically the bargaining of the problems and issues and common decisions should be implemented. What are this is the final stage. Understand students, this is the final stage where you can it is a consensual agreement and also common decisions. Understand students, regarding the problems and issues. So common agreement. So both parties will have to agree on every point and every issue of the employees. Sometimes employees will not agree on the points. What will happen? So there is no proper collective bargaining. There is no proper negotiation on the problems. Automatically it is not useful. So both parties always take a common decision on the issues and problems. There is, so whatever they agree, whatever the time bound period, everything will be drafted in the time isn't implemented. So it should be implemented. Common decision for the implemented agreement into the effect. When it will be come into effectiveness. So when it will be possible. The time bound is time period, time limit is essential. So next month, the first week onwards or first onwards, it will be implemented. That is the point what they discussed in the agreement or negotiation. So collective bargaining is the place, is the good platform to solve the problems by following this process. Understanding, students, what I conveyed here? So there is discussion, a process is there. After the process, they have to write every point in the draft manner. That is called contract administration. Contract administration. What are the points they discussed? When they will be implemented. All problems and solve the problems or not. All problems are solved or not. That will be here. So students, this is the summary here. Understand? Basically, collective bargaining involving comprehensive principles. Understand? How to solve the problems, and also what kind of problems they have to solve, and what is the main role of collective bargaining. So here, both parties believe themselves. Both parties believe everyone. So management have to believe the employees. Employees have to believe the employer. And thus collectively sit together and negotiate or bargaining every problem. And after solving the problems, on what way to solve, or a practical manner, and there will be written document. They will be drafted in the agreement mode, so that it will be implemented. So wherever you are, dear students, after joining in the company also, you have to take initiative how to solve your problems and understand the employees. Employees also have to understand the employees. These things will be prevail, the company's working conditions and everything will be good. So basically, employees are very essential of the collective bargaining of in every company. Are you understanding, students? Have you understood? So this is very important to implement in your lives or wherever you are in the companies or whatever it is. So thank you for everyone. Have a good day.